Chapter 10. 5 years later.
Yummy crystal blood candles!
Pinky screeched. Spike? What's with that smirk?
Oh, nothing. I just read ahead.
Uh-huh.
And I saw a part coming that there's no way you could skip out without causing a plot hole. You're going to have to give me some Applejack time. So, hey, I win. I don't even have to get through that whole entire stupid find an anniversary story for you to do for fall. I'm going to win.
Spike, don't you realize that in my studio, unless it's a disparity, you are never going to win?
Oh, watch me. I'm going to sit here and laugh at you.
Uh-huh. The 7-layer cake sitting in front of Dinky and Screwball had 30 candles, 15 for each of them. The party was held at Screwball's this year. A good thing, too, because there were main guests and much space was needed. 3 airy-tagged, poofy-haired fillies wandered over to the birthday girls. One was blue, a deep magenta, and the third a light red.
Quick, 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 quick.
The blue one urged.
Put it out, put it out.
Cried the magenta one.
Yeah, so we can get things.
The red one clapped.
Blueberry, raspberry, cherry.
Pinky shouted, ushering the girls back to their seats.
Calm yourselves.
Screwball looked at her only friend. Are you ready?
Dinky nodded. I'm dreaming.
What? I know Dinky's older, but that high-pitched voice of hers has become iconic.
1.
They counted together. 2, 3. They inhaled simultaneously. They extinguished the tiny flames while Fluttershy snapped a picture. There were tears from every pony and a cry from the baby. That yours or mine? Discorded Applejack.
I got this one,
Spike declared, rushing a tray to a purple carrot. Took the baby bottle out of his bag and fed it to the infant.
Here you go, little fella. There's a good apple, Spike.
Oh.
I win. I win. I'm totally going to get some Applejack time. Oh, yes, yes.
Legendbringer and Applejack were not really surprised that the foal having draconic traits like reptilian eyes and a scaly orange tail.
Wait, what?
And that he was a orange earth pony with dark red hair.
Wait, huh?
Because after all, Legendbringer is in fact half dragon, much like his little brother. It's just that Legendbringer's dragon traits are, in fact, recessive. Well, you see, Legendbringers have dragon traits come in the form of his unbelievably high magic level. Which is why I'm a damn good druid.
You...
So of course, at one point, any kids that Legendbringer and Applejack had, the chances, considering how DNA works, of having a baby that had recessive traits of the father, i.e. me, was going to show up eventually. And so, to a certain little purple dragon who thought he was going to win this one, get back to work, kid. You got a long way to go. Curses!
You know, that was tricky.
Yep.
That was deceitful.
Uh-huh.
That was clever.
Uh-huh.
Trixie loves it.
Thank you, Trix. The cult burp, coughing out red fire. Legendbringer only smiled. There's my little guy. Discord put his hands around the birthday girl's shoulders. So, what did you gals wish for? I wish that Dinky's wish would come true, Screwball said.
Thanks, man.
Dinky sniffed. In that case, the Chronicles said, what did you wish for, Miss Dew? The unicorns bless.
Mr. Muffins.
Lightning Dash rolled her eyes.
Of course.
Discord chuckled and snapped up a plate of assorted muffins. Here you are, but I think you should have the cake first.
Kink, kink, kink!
The triplets chanted, pounding the hose on a table.
Girls, Pinky said firmly, that's not very polite. You know the birthday girls get first bite of cake. It's one of the major rules of birthday parties.
The whole scrambled into a line as Discord cut the frosted yellow cake.
How many calories does this have?
Asked the white unicorn filly with an elegant cough blue mane.
I'm on a diet.
Oh, please. Princeton groaned, rolling her eyes.
Don't be such a potty pooper, Gemstone.
Verity laughed, patting her daughter's head.
There's nothing wrong with a little cake. Besides, you're too young to be dieting.
Gemstone was Princeton's age at 9, and was the daughter of Rarity in fancy pants. Screwball had not wanted her to come because she was so fussy, but he had rarely seen Rarity since her marriage, and wherever she went, Gemstone went. Here you go, girls, Discord said, handing Dinky and Screwball each a slice of cake. The latter gasped as the plate floated out of their hands and over to a high chair. There sat a gray foal with a lock of pink hair and squirrely red eyes. He clapped his hooves as the cake landed in front of him.
Zany,
Fireside exclaimed, swiping the dessert out of reach.
You shouldn't be eating cake. Besides, this belongs to your sister.
Oh, let it go, honey. Discord chuckled. He's only 5 months old, and his diet already consists of chocolate.
There's no excuse for him to steal from his own sister.
My God, we already have a little sibling. Where does the time go?
That's okay, Mom,
Screwball assured her as he took back her cake. When Zany had arrived, Screwball had been worried that this meant she was no longer special. But after spending time with her new baby brother, they became the best of siblings. Zany was just as crazy as she was, only he was little and had less control over his powers. Surprised everyone when he looked like his parents, when the case had not been for his sister. Then again, nothing made sense with this family. Gee, when my little brother came home after my parents hatched that egg, I cuddled him and never let go. Took forever. The other guests included Rainbow Dash, Soren and their 3 kids, Pinkie Pie's husband's Red Shoes, Apple Blossom, her parents, and Cinnamon Stick and Cinnamon Roll, and of course, Dinky's mother.
Wish Twilight was here,
Pinkie says as she chomped down her cake.
He's missing out on the fun.
You know she's busy with preparations for the Grand Gallery Gala next week, Rarity reminded her. Thunderdash groaned. Dad, do we have to go? What's wrong with the gala? Soren asked. I thought you kids liked seeing us perform.
But it's so,
Lightning Stewart, girly.
Not as lame as it used to be,
Rainbow assured her.
Our school was going to be there with the other King Marcusers.
President gasped with delight. She loved school like she was her real aunt.
Awesome! We're going to do any of your cool school tricks?
Rainbow laughed. We'll see.
I can't wait to see Apple Bloom.
Applejack sighed. I haven't seen her together since Heart's-Warring Eve.
They sure have been busy, Rarity said. I mean, they're performing their biggest event in Canterlot. Not to mention, they only just returned from their tour in Southern Arabia.
Sometime after they had graduated from school, Apple Bloom, Sleepbell, Scootaloo formed a band. Even though they received their key marks a long time ago, named King Marcus Sayers had struck. Sleepbell was the lead singer, Scootaloo was the main dancer, and Apple was the costume and set designer, though she still performed on stage with the others. Fortunately, Scootaloo's singing had improved since the talent show fiasco. They also got traveled around with a black griffin.
Boo!
They all soon became famous all over Equestria, and were greatly missed by their families and friends.
Princess Fluttershy Lily will be there too,
Fireside pointed out.
You all like her, don't you?
I guess so, Screwball mumbled. But you still want me to wear a dress?
Don't be rude, honey. Rarity's making the dress for you.
That reminds me, Rarity exclaimed. You two girls had to open your presents. Dinky squealed and raced towards the mountain of gifts. Oh man, I love this little slice of life imagery and all this cute little passionate moment of the next generation hanging out together and doo-doo. And all enjoying each other's company, doo-doo. And being friends, doo-doo. Go away, plot. I'm trying to enjoy some slice of life imagery. Do you mind? Doo-doo. Sorry, folks. I know the plot's incoming. It's like a shark. It was a tradition that after the double birthday party, the girls would sleep over. They especially let Screwballs home because of all the fun rooms. Girls, time for bed, Fluttershy called. The teenagers groaned. Mom, we're 15. Screwball insisted, can't we play one more bowl one more time? Sorry, girls, the Pegasus said, ushering them to Screwball's room. But Rarity wants you all at the shop in the morning to try on your gowns. Rodara sighed. Okay, Mom, we'll go to bed. They did not necessarily mean they would sleep. Guess what I heard about Gold Digger? Lightning Dash whispered once Fluttershy shut the door. What? Lightning gestured for them to move closer. His dad told him to find a job, but only job he was able to get was at, she paused to a snicker, a rock farm. The four mares burst out grunting, but then got quiet when they heard Fluttershy's voice. Girls, you better not be talking. No, Mom, Screwball called. We're doing our best to fall asleep. She listened with super hearing as her mother flew to her room. Coast is clear. You ain't ghosting again on Rock Farm, Dinky inquired. His dad's the biggest businessman in town. Apparently, no pony liked his personality, Lightning smirked. I don't blame them. There is justice in the world. Screwball giggled. My only regret was that I wasn't responsible for it. I can't wait for the Grand Gala. Apple Blossom sighed. It's gonna be magical. This was Apple Blossom's first gala. Children were not often invited, but because their mothers were bearers of the elements of harmony, Lightning's parents were both Wonderbolts. Screwball and Lightning had gone a couple of times before, as Screwball never went to a party without Dinky. But this year, because Apple Bloom was performing, all members of the Apple family had been invited, which meant it was going to be quite crowded. It's kind of dull, Screwball said flatly. Well, until Daddy and I shake it up a bit. Don't forget the Wonderbolts, Lightning exclaimed. You can never get bored watching my parents do their tricks. It sounds great, Stinky piped. Plus, with the Cutie Maker singers, this will be the best Green Gala ever. I hope so, Apple Blossom said. I want this not to be the best night ever. How so? Lightning asked slyly. Are you going to ask my brother to dance? Yellow Pony blushed. What? Come on, Blossom, Screwball said, rolling her eyes. We all know you and Thunder have been digging on each other since the day you met. I don't know. Don't even try lying to me. I'll know if you are. You're asking me again, Dinky suggested. You don't look getting any. I don't think he would. I bet he would, Lightning said. Apple Blossom looked up at her. You do? I'm my sister. I'm his sister. There's nothing about Thunder I don't know. But I don't think I'll be able to. We'll help you, Screwball asserted her. What are friends for? The mares went quiet as a low cackle echoed throughout the room and Lightning flashed. If you don't go to sleep right now, you won't have any friends. Lightning, Dinky, and Apple Blossom shrieked while Screwball simply rolled her eyes. Dad, that's not funny. Don't make me get the balloons. She ducked under the covers. Good night. What's so scary about balloons? Lightning inquired. Crescent was answered while a bunch of balloons with smiling faces surrounded him and started laughing. The girls squealed and hid in their sleeping bags. Okay, we'll go to sleep. The balloons disappeared in a flash. Sweet dreams, girls. Again, I love this type of slice of life thing. I mean, it's so cute and charming. It's so much fun. It's adorable. Plot. Out. Methinks I'm going to get annoyed with this routine sooner or later. Psst, Dinky whispered, does your friend. Screwball, you sleep? Screwball groaned and sat up in bed. Not anymore. I need to tell you something. You need to break your promise to keep it a secret. Is it about what you really wish for today? Say no. Dinky, I could tell when you're lying. Wait, that's the only thing you promise. Screwball merely raised a gesture. Cross my heart and hope to fly. Stick a cupcake in my eye. Dinky looked down at her sleeping friends on the floor, scrutiny over Screwball. I'm just a mistake with dance with me together. Dear Boy Scout, I was wondering when you were going to tell me. You know? I'm your best friend, Dink. I've seen the way you look at him. Unicorn bless. I'm thinking I've seen some mistake look at me the same way. Why wouldn't he? Well, I'm not exactly normal. Dinky. His dad owns a library/studio, complete, and he has a tendency to use random druid spells. Do you think he really cares about normal? And not to mention, his uncle is a freaking dragon, and his grandfather was a dragon, and his mother is Pegasus is an earth pony that works down at the hospital. I think they're fine. I'm going to give you the same advice I gave Apple Blossom. Go for it, girl. What do you have to lose? Dinky sighed. I can't kill anyone, especially not same stick. I won't, but you know better. But you better. No, because my secret. Can't kill anyone. Screwball's smile faded. What secret? I don't know. Unicorn looked out the elbow window. Maybe when you got the chocolate bar in your window. Panicking, Screwball made the end of his fast for sight. What chocolate bar? Dinky rolled her mismatched eyes. You're not. Seaside defeat, fine. But you had to pink a promise now. Once that was done, Screwball whispered as low as he could. You remember a few years ago when you thought I was some special pony? Dinky nodded. Well, you were entirely wrong. You're gasped. Says the mirror, who didn't confine me in her crust. Listen. That I can't tell you. It's nothing personal, Dinky. It's just that if my dad found out, I'd be in trouble. So the fewer the ponies know, the better. Anyway, he loves chocolate, so I leave some out for him in case he comes by. Does he sleep? Talk about stalker. It's the only way he sees me these days. His mother's very controlling. I haven't actually seen him in a while, but if I wake up in the chocolate scar, I know he's been here. Dinky stared with her mouth open and wondered. Screwball got down. No, it wasn't anything like that, but at one point I kind of, Oh, so I guess we better go to sleep then. Huh? Well, your special point does come tonight. I don't think he wants to see him. Screwball smiled. There's not an ounce of stupidity in you, Dinky. The two best friends slipped back under the covers and closed their eyes. While Screwball drifted to sleep, he wondered what Mothball was doing. He had not seen him since her 12th birthday, and he had been coming less and less. But he never forgot her birthday. Whatever his mother was doing to him, she was keeping him on a tight leash. She had only met the Queen once, so Screwball could only imagine what she was putting the prince through. I know it's going to be a dark scene, but right now, all I want is to see Chrysalis putting Mothball during an amusement park. I cannot be the only one who would love that as a joke. But, I know where this is going. I've watched Lion King too. Queen Chrysalis circled her son as he sat right upright on the throne. Now, what have we learned about love? It is a weakness for the victim, but strength for us. Mothball said with indifference. What are the equestrians? The enemies. What is your duties? I must find food for the hives, drain the enemy of their powers, and take my rightful place as ruler of the changelings.
And what must you do to anyone who tries to stop you? I must dispose of them.
Chrysalis chuckled darkly.
You are ready. Mother, may I go hunting now? I am quite famished. Very well. Go, my son. Make mommy proud.
You know, I look at how I wrote Chrysalis in Fall, Starfleet, and all I can think of right now is, I wonder if I won the award for most cunning, conniving, and tricky Chrysalis out there. I mean, I had her be subtle. I had her basically put Princess Cadence into a no-win scenario. But what can I say? I love sneaky villains. Once the hive was out of sight, Mothball let out a relieved sigh. He thought he would never get out of there. He had not fit about being hungry, but the main reason he said was so he could go see Screwball. It was her birthday, and this time he was going to let her see him. After going 6 months without visiting her, he was more desperate than ever. It was over the Everfree Forest when a thought occurred to him. What if he accidentally feed on her, especially when his stomach was just empty? It's the best to fill up first, so he changed course toward Ponyville. Since it was so late at night, few ponies were out and about. Mothball ducked inside an alley as his eyes followed a gray Pegasus. He must have improved in his mind reading, and took the form of the first stallion that appeared in the mayor's mind. Sometimes he could make out the pony's name, but all he could figure out was that this one was about a doctor. The minute the Pegasus saw him, her eyes went wide, and Mothball noticed that the only one eye was directed at him. "Doctor!" He uttered. My heart says Tennant, my soul says Smith, and my liver says Baker. Tom. Oh, absolutely brilliant. Yes, miss. Mothball said in a peculiar accent as he searched for the mayor's name. Whose? He squeezed as the mayor tackled him in a hug and they both fell over. As he squeezed so hard, the prince was going to burst. But his stomach was filling quickly, so he did not complain. That is until the mayor stood up and slapped him in the face. "You got a lot of nerve," he cried. 16 years you didn't even bother to call. Mothball raised an eyebrow. "I'm sorry." "Sorry doesn't make up for the 16 years you maxed out on. Do you know how hard it was not to tell anybody who Stinky's father was?" "I'm Dinky." The mayor glanced down at her house. "She's your daughter." Mothball blinked. "You're Dinky's mother." "Of course I'm her mother. Weren't you listening? How many mayors have you—" The prince panicked. He swore he would not feed off Screwball or her friends. Did mothers and friends count? His stomach was nearly full, so it was about time he left anyway. "Darling," he purred, setting up. "I can't stay for long." "Oh," Derpy said. "You had to battle the Daleks or something?" "The what?" Then he recalled his mother's lesson to roll with anything. Yes, but don't worry." He stepped forth and ran himself through under the mayor's chin, causing her to giggle. "I will return you soon." Derpy narrowed her eyes, slapped himself away. "That's what you said last time. And 16 years later, you show up out of the blue. You didn't even come to your daughter's birth." Dinky, Derpy, I don't know how to tell you this, but, did you see that mayor with blonde hair, wearing a striped shirt, watching as the baby was born? Yeah, there was a doctor. And believe it or not, for the past few years, if you see a stallion wearing an odd outfit, that was also the doctor, just not your doctor. The others of our generations always seem to make it a point to come here. Mothball cast a spell on her, staring her disappointed as his screen. "I apologize, darling," he whispered. "But I really must be going. Now, you ought to head home, get some rest, and forget any of this ever happened, understand?" Derpy nodded absentmindedly and began her journey home. Mothball sighed and returned to the alley to remove his disguise. He survived toying with Pony's emotions, but it was the only method of survival. That poor mare had thought she was talking to her child's father, whom she had not seen for years. So even in terms of tears of all because of him, Screwball knew what he had become. Screwball, he nearly forgot. was about to take off when a vase of roses caught his eye. Sure not the owner would not miss one flower. The flight to the chaotic castle seemed to take no time at all. Before he knew it, he was at Screwball's bedroom window. As usual, a bar of chocolate was sitting there, but it was not the first thing he noticed. He stared at the young mare's face as he slept peacefully. She looked even prettier than the last he saw her. How he longed for her to open her eyes so he could stare into infinity. He stiffened as he heard a snore that had not come from Screwball. He looked closer to see the unicorn friend sleeping beside her. He glanced down on the floor and finally noticed the other two mares in the room. The little sleepover had completely slipped his mind. There's no way he was going to let her see him now. The others might wake up. He sighed sadly as he took the bar of chocolate, replacing it with a rose. Happy birthday, Screwball. Zzz. The prince whispered. He stole one more glance at her before returning to the hive. Okay, that was sweet. Still love the slice of life stuff though. Uh-oh. Plot. Uh-oh. Plot. Oh no, you don't get out of it out. Stupid plot shark.